Hey, so I want to review the current issue of Forbes Africa, and on the front page is probably the most, oh my goodness, look at me sort of photo. I love it. I don't know who the cameraman was, but he got the right sort of shot. And this smooth disruptor, his story is carried inside, is the sort of person Adrian is banking on increasing his $522 million fortune. To what? I would love to know. And what is he in? Health. I think what is important to note is a lot of us on the continent in Africa understand that the opportunities lie in infrastructure, roads, airports, and definitely energy. But we forget that healthcare and food are paramount. And I've said this before and I'll say it again, the next billionaires in Africa will be farmers. Because if we can feed ourselves, we can feed the world. And that's where it's at. I also realized that this particular issue of Forbes is also very big on entrepreneurs. But as I started reading, I realized there's something very unusual about the ones who've been featured in this issue. We're talking about people who have found their place in business by doing things that nobody else would think of. There's the story of a young lady here who says situation forced her to be an entrepreneur. There's a gentleman here who lives up to his name. He's called Lucky, but he started at the bottom of a mine and is now an entrepreneur making money above ground. What is that story? I want you to be inspired by reading it. There's a war cameraman who saw gold in shells, and you're sitting there saying, shells of what? He's a war cameraman. So we're talking bullets? Yes, we are. You need to look at that story as well. I'm inspired simply because sometimes we think there's a one-size-fits-all. This is what is hot in entrepreneurship. And then you read some of the stories in here and you realize, wait a minute, there are very many routes to getting there. And I would suggest you do. And then, of course, the fortune and fury behind the African film. Nollywood is a massive industry in Nigeria, but movie producers are losing money while criminals lurking in the shadows are making a quick buck. Find out what is going on there. And meet the chef who cooked for Beyonce in Paris. Yes, his name is Chef Mabaso. And I must say, I want to see what he finishes cooking. I don't want to see the ingredients, because that octopus, I know when it's cooked, it's probably really nice with a little soy sauce and wasabi, but I don't want to see the ingredients. So anyway, grab yourself a copy of Forbes Africa, December 2017, January 2018 issue, and start your year really, really well. I'm delighted that I read these over the holidays. I really am. Okay? Super.